Hi, I'm Scott Stinson with Post Media here in Beijing at the main media center with my colleague Rob Longley. We are talking women's hockey with Canada headed towards the gold medal game. Rob, what's your impression of the team so far?
Yeah, Scott, it's been incredibly impressive right from the start. I mean, they're just blowing out every team they play, with the exception of the Americans, who they beat 4-2 in their group round play. But 4 of their 6 wins, they've scored double-digit goals. And I think by anyone's measure, this is the most productive, most prolific offense that the Canadian women have ever shown. And I think, looking at the bigger picture of that, it really reflects some of the changes that they made in the program. In the past, under former GM Melody Davidson, this team was all about structure. So they would win a lot of games, but they would win them the old-fashioned way, for lack of a better expression. But here they're winning them by scoring. They're winning 11-1, they're winning 10-1, they're 12-1 game, and they're on the verge of setting all sorts of Olympic records for for women's hockey overall. And I think that's the most impressive takeaway, that this team is winning. We're used to that with Canadian women's hockey teams, but they're winning in a dominant fashion and in a way we've never really seen happen before.
We're so used to, especially in the Olympics, it's the Marie-Philippe Poulin show. She's, authors all these significant goals for the Canadians. And you sort of hinted at this, the scoring's coming from everywhere this time around.
Yeah, it's funny. There were some people on social media kind of being critical of Marie-Philippe Poulin because she only had 2 goals going into today's game. She had 10 assists as well. People choose to ignore that. But of course, so what does she do today when the final is just right around the corner? It's almost like she could smell it. She scored 2 today. Not only did she score 2 goals, she scored 2 typical great Marie-Philippe Poulin goals. One was from the high slot, ripped it into the top corner. Another was with a clever deke and a backhand. And there's no doubt that she's the leader of this team, but she doesn't have to carry the team. And that's the difference. There's 4 or 5 big-time scorers, but every player in this 23-woman lineup has got a point in these Olympics so far, and that just speaks to the depth and to the nature of the attack, because defensemen aren't afraid to jump up into play. And it doesn't have to be Marie-Philippe Poulin who leads the team. You've got Sarah Fillier, the 21-year-old, who's 1 goal away from setting the record for the most goals in the Olympics. You've got Brianne Jenner, who also has 8 goals. As soon as either of those score another, if they do in the final, then they're going to hold an Olympic record for the most goals in one game. So, yeah, Marie-Philippe Poulin can still score, but she's got a lot of help on this team.
We expect Canada-US final and obviously some revenge potentially on Canada's mind.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'll be the obvious storyline that we're going to be talking about over the next few days. Everybody remembers the heartbreak of 2018 when they lost in the shootout. And, speaking with several of the players today, what their recollections were of that moment, a lot of them had different reactions. Some said, well, we washed it right away. We realized we're a talented enough team that we could come back from it and be stronger 4 years down the road. But others admitted that they were crestfallen by it. Marie-Philippe Poulin told me that she kind of thought about leaving the game for a while after it. She had to take some space because that's how much it hurt. That's how much it hurts when you lose against a rival like that and you lose it in a shootout. So, they don't want to talk openly about the revenge angle, but you can guarantee that it's there, because these two teams, it's inevitable that they meet in the Olympic final every 4 years, and to lose it in heartbreaking fashion like they did in Korea, that really left a mark on them.
Right. The gold medal final will be Thursday here in Beijing, Wednesday night back home. For Post Media, I'm Scott Stinson, and this is Rob Longley.